Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Vivian here, welcome. Today I'm talking about one of my favorite perfume houses and all of my current favorite fragrances from them, and they make fragrances for both men and women, so whoever you are, you're going to want to stay tuned. But before we get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We are almost at 1,000. I think I have around 997 subscribers right now. So perhaps before this video is posted, we would have already reached 1,000. But please share this video and share this channel with anyone who loves fragrances, and also follow me on my social media platforms. That's just Vivian_Obodo, and that's where I post like my fashion, everyday content. So stay tuned for this video. Alright guys, so the perfume house that we are highlighting today is Parfums De Marly, and if you know anything about fragrances, especially niche fragrances, you know about this perfume house because they have so many amazing bestsellers. And guys, one of my most complimented fragrances is actually from this house, and that fragrance literally made me fall completely in love with this house. And I have purchased about 4 fragrances from them, but I'm going to speak about more today, especially on the men's side. So if you're a man, if you're a woman, this video is for you. I have something for everyone, and I absolutely love these fragrances that I'm going to talk about today. Alright guys, we're going to start with a fragrance that I recently posted about, and that is Layton Exclusif. This is such an amazing fragrance, and it is on the masculine side. So Parfums De Marly, they have so many amazing fragrances for both men and women, but a lot of their fragrances, especially on the masculine side, they are unisex, and I absolutely love that. I do think this specific one, Layton Exclusif, I think it is more, for me at least to my nose, it smells a little bit more masculine, but let's get into the notes. Alright guys, for Layton Exclusif, we have oud, apple, vanilla, gaiac wood, patchouli, cinnamon, bergamot, grapefruit, cypera oil, lavender, and geranium. So I am going to say that this fragrance works best for the fall and winter, but I think this fragrance on a summer's night is going to be killer. It's absolutely beautiful. Definitely get that apple note in the opening. It's not like a gourmand apple, like a Christmas time apple, but it is slightly there. It gives it a more like sexy, intoxicating type of feel. But this just gives me like darkness. It just smells like a deeper, slightly dark fragrance, but it's not too dark. It's not going to like overpower anything, but it is a very strong fragrance. This is a great perfume house. Most of their fragrances are very strong, okay? So they're going to perform very well. I also get a little bit of that cinnamon as well, but overall it gives a very like alluring, sexy, woody type of vibe, and that patchouli also comes through. And guys, maybe I can't break down this fragrance completely, but this is a sexy fragrance. Like, this is a fragrance that I think you should wear on a date night. Like for guys on a summer's night, on a date night, I think this would be a completely beautiful fragrance. I don't think you should overspray this, but it is because it carries enough presence by itself. But this is the type of fragrance I feel like you don't have to do too much. It does the work for you, and it's definitely sexy, kind of intoxicating, definitely pulls you in. It's very mysterious, and I just think it's going to be a banger in your collection. Alright, next, another fragrance that I've recently fallen in love with, and that is Sedley by Parfums De Marly. And Sedley has the notes of bergamot, spearmint, lavender, watery notes, solar notes, sandalwood, musk, cedarwood, geranium, and incense. I think I've said this before, if you're a guy, you need this in your collection for this summer. It is absolutely beautiful. I love fresh fragrances, especially for men, with like a minty type of note, but it's not too strong. The spearmint in the opening, it's not too strong. It's not going to overpower the whole fragrance, but it is just a light, bright, beautiful, a little bit intoxicating, and I think it's literally like the perfect everyday warm weather fragrance for guys. So guys, if you've not gotten your nose on this, you need to, because like I said, it's going to be a staple in your collection. Like, if a guy passed me wearing this, he's getting a compliment from me because it's just so pleasing. I don't imagine that a lot of people don't like this fragrance. It's definitely going to be a crowd pleaser. Alright guys, moving on, let's talk about Pegasus. And this is like a new discovery for me, like a new discovery for me. I sprayed it on my skin recently, and guys, let me just tell you, absolutely beautiful. I know I say that about all of these fragrances, but like, I don't talk about fragrances that I don't love. This really surprised me. Of course, like, they have such a big collection, so sometimes you have to just like work your way fragrance by fragrance. But guys, Pegasus really surprised me. Let's go over the notes. So it has the notes of bitter almond, vanilla, lavender, sandalwood, heliotrope, cypress, bergamot, jasmine, and amber. And guys, that top note of vanilla, that is what brought me in. That is what pulled me in. Mind you, this is on the masculine side, but I think this can be a unisex fragrance. I can definitely see this on a guy. Like I said, it's very sexy. It's very intoxicating. It's going to be perfect for the fall and winter. But like I always say, if you want to wear your deeper fragrances in the summertime at nighttime, you are going to be able to. And this specific fragrance will be perfect for the summer's night. It is absolutely breathtaking, so sexy, so intoxicating. And I really think the thing that pulled me in was that vanilla top note. This fragrance is just a fragrance that has like multi-layers, which I love. That's one thing I love about niche fragrances, is that it's not just one dimensional. They often have a lot of layers, and this is like the perfect example. That vanilla comes through, of course, but you have the lavender, the sandalwood, the amber, and it just creates just like a cloud of joy that I'm absolutely in love with. I feel like it would take a really bold woman to wear this fragrance, because like I said, I do think it is unisex, but I think I would prefer it on a guy. Sexy, okay? That's all I have to say. Just a sexy guy who knows what he's doing. Like, that's all I have to say about Pegasus. A sexy guy who knows what he's doing. He's good with women. He's very charming. He knows how to talk to women. He knows how to talk to people. He's just like a very charming, very personable type of guy, but maybe a little bit like mysterious and kind of dark. I love a dark, sexy, intoxicating, mysterious fragrance, especially on a man. So yeah, guys, that's Pegasus. If you've not smelled it, you need to. All right, guys, so let's move on to a fragrance that I absolutely fell in love with last year, and that is Althair by Parfums De Marly. So this was released, I believe, in 2023, and it's so weird because when I first smelled it, I went into the store maybe a week after it was released. I went into Nordstrom and I sprayed it. I was like, oh yeah, it's cool, it's nice, fine. But and then I purchased a sample online, and let me tell you, when I say I fell in love, like I literally thought about this fragrance for months before I purchased it, because like I said, I don't purchase anything unless I am completely convinced, and I was completely convinced about Althair. I would say it was the best fragrance release, in my opinion, of 2023, period. Like across all of the perfume houses, this was like my favorite release, and it's just perfection in a bottle. Let's go over the notes of Althair. So it has the notes of bourbon vanilla, cinnamon, praline, musk, orange blossom, gaiac wood, elemi, and broxide and bergamot. This is literally one of my favorite gourmand fragrances, and before I even move further, this is a unisex fragrance because guys, it smells so good on men and it smells amazing on me. Do you know the amount of compliments I have received with Althair, either wearing it alone or when I layer it with Bianco Latte, which is just a very vanillic, very gourmand fragrance. And Althair is also a gourmand fragrance, and if you don't know what gourmand means, it just means that a fragrance that smells like something you could eat. Like it smells delectable, like it smells like vanilla or like a cupcake, like something that's edible basically. And both Althair and Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana are both considered gourmands. They're very heavily vanilla. They're a very vanilla fragrance, I guess you could say, and it is absolutely beautiful. But I think Althair sticks out to me a little bit more than Bianco Latte because it's like a deeper, sexier, more complicated vanilla. It just smells a little bit more complicated, a little bit more expensive. Guys, in the winter and fall, this fragrance goes crazy, and the amount of compliments I have received, you literally have no idea. Like I said, both men and women love this. Like I literally thought about this fragrance for months before I purchased it, and I couldn't get it out of my head. So if you're looking to get compliments, if you're looking to just smell a little bit different, especially as a guy, I feel like if a guy wears this fragrance, that guy just smells like someone who just knows a little bit more about fragrances than like your average guy, because it's very vanillic, but not in a super feminine way. I feel like if you have or wear this fragrance, you're just a guy who knows what, like, you know a lot about fragrances, you know what you're doing, you're very confident in like your choices in fragrances, and I think that's just really attractive, because when you wear a fragrance, you better wear that fragrance, okay? All right, next let's move on to Valaya, and this fragrance for me is a recent purchase. that I have been a little bit obsessed with. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just because it's perfect for the warm weather and I have been obsessed. Let's go over the notes. So for the notes of Valaya, we have musk, bergamot, floral notes, peach, orange blossom, ambroxide, mandarin, vetiver, and akigala wood. To me, Valaya smells like fresh, clean linen. And honestly, I think for me, the best description of Valaya that I can come up with is like the skin of a very sexy, very luxurious, very beautiful woman. Like, this is not a girlish, pretty fragrance. This is like a womanly, very sexy, very like soft, sexy, like the skin of a woman. Like, that's what it gives. It just gives like sexy woman who like is a little bit older, like she knows what she's doing. She's very confident, but she's not like the loudest one in the room, but she's there and you know she's there. You can smell her, you can see her. She's beautiful. She has a lot of presence and she doesn't have to say much to like command your attention. That's what Valaya smells like to me. It is so absolutely stunning. You guys can tell that I'm obsessed, right? Because I am obsessed. Like, guys, even the bottle, like it smells like a woman, like a lady, like very classy, but she's sexy. Like, I'm trying to find like a celebrity that I can compare this fragrance to, but basically this fragrance, what it smells like to me is like the embodiment of everything I want to be as a woman, okay? Like, very just a woman with a lot of presence, but she doesn't have to say much. She doesn't have to prove herself to you. She gets a lot of attention. She's very like classy and just very sweet, very beautiful. And that's what I get from this fragrance. And let me tell you, in my opinion, this is a beast mode fragrance. And the amount of compliments that I have received wearing this fragrance, completely insane. It is so beautiful. It has great sillage, great projection. It's going to last you all day, and I promise you it's going to last you all day. I'm not just saying that. I have been obsessed. As you can see, there's quite a dent. I'm like half done with this bottle and I just got it, so just pray for me because I wanted this to last like to the end of the year. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but Valaya is just a beautiful woman who's sexy and beautiful and classy and kind and smart and a little bit quiet, but she's very strong. I just love her. I think I'm gonna change my name from Vivian to Valaya. All right, guys, next we are talking about Delina Exclusif, and this fragrance has become one of my most complimented fragrances, okay? Let's go over the notes. So for Delina Exclusif, we have rose, vanilla, lychee, musk, incense, pear, oak moss, vetiver, and grapefruit. Also going to put Delina in this category because they're in the same collection, in the same family. The original Delina was like my most complimented fragrance. It may still be my most complimented fragrance to this day. It was beautiful, and Delina Exclusif obviously is very similar to Delina, but there is a slight difference because Delina Exclusif has that vanilla and it is just smoother, more like ladylike. Delina, the original, is very ladylike. It's like a very pretty girl. Like, it's in identical bottles to Delina Exclusif, but Delina Exclusif just has a softer, sexier, more intoxicating vibe. And some people do say that you should only wear Delina Exclusif at nighttime. I don't agree with that because it still has that freshness. It still has that lychee that the original Delina has. And I think just like Delina, you can wear Delina Exclusif any time of year, any time of day, and it is a banger no matter what. It is sexier, so if you want to make it like your date night fragrance, I think that's fine, and perhaps wear the original Delina in the daytime. But I have fallen so in love with Delina Exclusif. I remember I was a Delina girl, like I was not budging at all, but I got a sample of this, and guys, just like after a few sprays, literally like not even that many sprays, Delina Exclusif was like on me. It was on my body. Like, I couldn't get rid of it. It was like everywhere I turned, I could smell it. And I love a fragrance that you don't go nose blind to. Like, you can still smell it when you wear it. Of course, other people can smell it, but you can still smell it when you wear it. And I absolutely love that about this fragrance. So like, once I knew how strong it was and how well it projected, and honestly, after the compliments, because I love a good "you smell so good" compliment, I had to get this bottle, and it has been such a staple for me. Like, over the past few months, I have been wearing this and Valaya. I have been best friends with these fragrances, and this is just such a classic, beautiful fragrance, and in my opinion, a staple, because honestly, what Parfums De Marly did with the Delina collection continues to blow my mind, because Delina, the original, is still, I think, one of the best, if not the best selling niche fragrances for women, and I think Delina Exclusif may be right there with it. Delina Exclusif is soft, it's strong, it's vanilla, it's like a rose overlaid with vanilla, or like a vanilla overlaid with rose. It's very like pull you in, alluring, very feminine, which I love a pretty feminine fragrance. Like I picture a girl wearing this fragrance, she is dressed to the nines. She's perhaps wearing like whites, like a white beautiful dress. She's beautiful, she's elegant, she's classy. You know, she's just like a sweet girl. She just smells like a lady, you know what I mean? And this is going to be a great compliment getter, just like Delina. Like I said, my most complimented fragrance, and I can't wait till I get Delina back in my collection. So I will put Delina also in this collection as a part of my favorites. I just don't have it anymore because I finished it, just like I'm about to finish Delina Exclusif. Alright guys, that was all I had for my current favorites from Parfums De Marly, which is such a glorious, beautiful, most perfect perfume house. I just love a perfume house that just doesn't ever cease to surprise me, and Parfums De Marly does that every single time. They have so many other fragrances that I've not even like ventured into. I think I've smelled all of them, but like when I smell a fragrance, I need time to smell it. I need to wear it on my skin. I need to be convinced. So these are just the fragrances that currently I have smelled and that I know. And I'm so excited to smell all of the other fragrances as well. And perhaps I'll do like a discovery video of like the Parfums De Marly fragrances that I've not smelled yet. But I hope you guys found maybe your next favorite perfume in this video. Be sure to get your nose on all of these fragrances. You can buy them as gifts, especially like the ones that I have, I can vouch for because I have spent money, real money, on these fragrances. So you know I like it, you know it's awesome, and I'm not just saying that because I love them. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Please comment down below. Let me know if you've smelled any of these fragrances, if you have them, and or like if you like disagree with me. Like I don't know why you would disagree with me, because all of these fragrances are amazing and this perfume house is top tier. But I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Okay, bye.